Hello everyone, this is Monica Lakoju. Welcome to the UPSC Mascot. In the previous session, we have discussed about the poverty, the different ways of poverty, the social sector and microfinance. In this session, I am going to continue the poverty and social sector, which is an important aspect in GS paper 3. In this session, I am going to start with the concept of the jam trinity, that is spreading of jam across the Indian economy, and universal basic income. Let's start our session. Spreading of jam across the Indian economy. Large scale, technology enabled and real-time direct benefit transfers can improve the economic lives of India's poor. And for this, the jam trinity, the combination of Jan-Dhan, Aadhaar and mobile, can help the government to implement these DBTs, direct benefit transfers. So implementing the direct benefit transfers of welfare measures at large scale and in real time is one of the government's key objective, and already the significant progress has been made. Then, what is this jam preparedness index? How it helps our state? So, this index helps the state's capability to improve two varieties of jam, that is the direct benefit transfer and ASAN, and concludes with policy recommendations on LPG and broader jam agenda. Then, what is the criteria? What is the main constraint of spreading this jam across the Indian economy? According to the Jam Preparedness Index, it suggests that the main constraint is the last mile challenge of getting money from banks into people's accounts, especially in rural areas. So, what the government should do? The government should improve the financial inclusion by developing the business correspondence and mobile money networks, while in the interim considering model like BAPU, biometrically authenticated physical uptake. So, what are the ingredients of jam? For suppose, if the government wants to transfer 1000 rupees for every Indian by tomorrow, then what would that require? Listen carefully. First, the government must be able to identify the beneficiaries. So, this is the first ingredient. Challenge of identification. Government should identify the beneficiaries. And the second one, government must be able to transfer the money to the beneficiaries' accounts. The second ingredient is the challenge of payment. And the third ingredient is the last mile challenge, that means getting money into people's hands from bank to beneficiary. These are the three ingredients in which the jam trinity plays the crucial role. How we can see now? We will discuss this in a brief manner. The first ingredient is the challenge of identification. So, to identify the beneficiaries, the government needs database of eligible individuals. So, these databases have existed for long before Aadhaar, but by the involvement of the administrative and the political discretion, this accuracy have been hampered, and that leads to leakages. technology will do? This Aadhaar technology will reduce the human discretion, keep the system simple by the fingerprints and iris scans for citizens to understand. So, in the case of identifying the beneficiaries, the Aadhaar technology plays the crucial role. Okay? So, the first ingredient is the challenge of identification. In this, the Aadhaar technology will play an important role. And now, coming to the second ingredient, that is the challenge of payment. After identifying the beneficiaries, the government must be able to transfer the money into beneficiaries' accounts. So for that, every beneficiary needs a bank account and the government needs this account numbers. So this constraint have been eased by the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. In the last year itself, 120 million accounts have been created under this Jan Dhan Yojana scheme. But still, the Jan Dhan Yojana scheme is so low in some states. So, the policy makers needs to be very careful about the exclusion errors due to DBT not reaching the unbanked beneficiaries. So, when comparing the reach of the Aadhaar and the Jan Dhan Yojana initiative, mostly the unbanked beneficiaries are more likely to obstruct the spreading of JAM than the unidentified beneficiaries. So, in the second ingredient of challenge of the payment, that means the government must transfer the money into beneficiaries' accounts, the Jan Dhan Yojana scheme plays a crucial role. Next, coming to the third ingredient, that is the bank to the beneficiary. So, after the government has transferred money into the beneficiaries' accounts, is the government job is done? No. In rural areas, the most serious last mile challenge is getting money from banks into households' hands. So, to help address this issue, what the RBI has done? RBI has licensed 23 banks in 2015. So, 2 universal banks, 11 payment banks and 10 small finance banks. Remember, in India, mobile penetration is very strong. So, Indian government should take advantage of this mobile penetration and agent networks by making greater use of the mobile payments technology. To improve the quality and convenience of service delivery. Okay? Now you can understand that in the first ingredient of challenging of identification, Aadhaar will comes into role. In the challenge of payment, Jan Dhan Yojana initiative will comes into role, and from bank to beneficiary, mobile payments technology will play a crucial role. So, this is how the JAM Trinity will work while implementing the direct benefit transfers of welfare schemes. But still, including the Jan Dhan Yojana's initiatives to develop the business correspondence space and licensing of the several mobile money operators, this connection, this bank to beneficiary connection, it is the weakest link in this JAM chain. Okay, this is all about the brief idea on how the JAM Trinity will work. Okay, next we'll see the concept of the universal basic income, which is most important in GS paper 3. To deal with economic inequality, unemployment and poverty which are created by the pandemics, many people advocated this universal basic income to be as a solution. So, the Economic Survey of India in 2016 to 17 has advocated the UBI as an alternative to the various social welfare schemes in an effort to reduce the poverty. So, what is the idea of the UBI? Every person should have a right to basic income to just cover his needs by just the virtue of being a citizen. So, this is the idea of the universal basic income. So, this scheme has totally 5 components. One is the universality, periodic, payments to individuals, payments in cash and unconditionality. Universality. So basically this income is universal in nature and the payments is at the periodic regular intervals, periodic one. So payments to individuals, payments only in the cash mode, not in the form of any food vouchers or not in any other modes. And unconditionality means there are no preconditions attached with the cash which are transferred to the beneficiary. So these are the 5 components of the UBI. Then what are the benefits of this universal basic income scheme? It will provide the secured income to the individuals. It will reduce the poverty and income inequality in the society. It will increase the purchasing power of every poor, which will further increase the aggregate demand. And it is easy to implement. No identification of beneficiary is required. And it will help to reduce the wastage of the government money. So, its implementation is very simple. So, these are some of the benefits of the universal basic income. Then, what are the challenges or issues in implementing this universal basic income? The first major challenge is this UBI is too expensive one. So, India spends a lot on protecting the poor. However, the studies recently shown that these benefits or these subsidies are benefiting to non-poor people only rather than the poor people. Okay, so this UBI may be well cost effective than the India's flagship programs like the public distribution system for subsidized food and Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, which is a workfare program and that aims to be self-targeted to poor people. So cutting these and replacing them with some forms of the universal basic income, some forms of UBI almost certainly have greater impact on poverty. So this is the first major challenge. UBI is too expensive one. And the second challenge is the difficulty in reducing the existing subsidiary schemes that to balance the resultant deficit. Okay, and the third challenge is there is no guarantee that the given cash will be effectively utilized for the productive activities such as either the health and education and so on. So there is no guarantee about the utilizing aspect. And the fourth one is the free cash to people will increase the rate of inflation in our economy and the workers can refuse to work as a laborer or they can demand the higher wages which will ultimately increase the cost of the production of agricultural goods. So these are some of the challenges or the issues in implementing the universal basic income. Please write the points by interlinking over all the day-to-day aspects in our surroundings in framing a particular concept. Okay, so we have seen the benefits and challenges of this universal basic income. So finally, what is the way forward here? Remember, health and education services are the rising long-term perspectives for any society, and India is lacking in both these services. So the universal basic income will be meaningful if it is accompanied by a commitment with both the health and education standards. A successful universal basic income program can be reflected in how many and how quickly the citizens can be graduated with this program. So, for that to occur, the provision of basic services is critical to socio-economic mobility and overall development. Okay, so this UBI program is politically feasible, socially desirable and financially sustainable. But this program will not solve the challenges of the poverty, deprivation and constrained socio-economic mobility. And its parameters, scope, size will have to be fine-tuned. However, this is a reform that can help with development. So, in this session, I have given a basic idea about this concept of universal basic income and the JAM Trinity. So, if you like my video, please share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Have a nice day.